lives have shaped USANA into what it is today. As we look to the future, these principles remain the foundation of our mission. Every product we create, every breakthrough we achieve, and every life we touch carries forward the legacy Dr. Wentz instilled. His vision is not just part of our history, it's the blueprint for our future. We believe the best is yet to come.
I love the quote from Albert Einstein. It says, most people believe it takes intellect to be a great scientist. Einstein said, I beg to differ, it takes character. And his character
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar once again. And our topic for tonight, Beat the Silent Killer, a Hypertension Awareness Drive. So I believe we have guests tonight, at the same time, brand partners and even customers from our company. So partially this also, sponsored by our company. And once again, we'd like to welcome you. And to begin with, I'd like to siguro ask, no, where are you coming from? Okay, where are you coming from tonight? Okay, ayan, thank you so much. Mercy from Manila, Irene from Lipa, Batangas, Mariana from Parañaque. We also have from Australia, from Iloilo, Singapore, Cebu. Wow, thank you so much, Sorsogon. Thank you for coming here. We appreciate your time. And to begin with, I'd like to open our time with an idea why we're doing this. Okay, so let me begin with, to stay bilang nurse sa Pilipinas, hindi po madali. I have always wanted to serve the Filipino people. Hi, once again, I'm May Bais, a former emergency room nurse of the Philippine General Hospital. And, it is a privilege na makasama po kayo ngayong gabi. And once again, we welcome you wherever you are. And my commitment as we start this year, maipalawak po ang mga katagang health is wealth. And at the same time, prevention is better than cure. All right? So kayo ba, naniniwala kayo prevention is better than cure? Because to relate more sa interview ni Jessica Soho sa Secretary of Health na si Ted Herbosa, ang gusto po ng karamihan ay quick fix pagdating sa health, pero ang totoong problema, health literacy. In fact, sa isang pahayagan na sinulat po ni Cito Beltran, when corporate employees can no longer afford private hospital charges and doctors' fees, we have become the new poor. Interestingly enough, what does this mean? It takes just one hospital billing para mahulog po tayo sa poverty line. Even more, si Tony Lechon, isa pong doktor na nagsusulong ng reforma sa sistema ng kalusugan, noong tinanong siya kung ang Pilipinas sa isang pasyente, nasaan na po tayo ngayon? Ang sagot niya, nasa ICU, malapit ng mamatay, malapit na sa morgue. At ito po'y isang malupit na katotohanan dahil wala ng lunas. At katulad po ng mga ICU patients, nagsasuffer ng multi-organ failure, ang health ng Pilipinas ay pinakamalubha sa Asia. Kaya naman kung ang halimbawa ng kaso ay cancer, mako-confine na matagal, magkakautang-utang, mamamalimos, magmamakaawa, mamamatay ng kusa at sa makatuwid talagang malubha. Sana hindi pa po huli ang lahat, sana may oras pa, kailangan magmadali bago po bumulusok pababa. And our country needs moral courage. Kailangan nating maging proactive, accountable to work on a solution that will last long. Kaya naman po, tumitindig po ako di lamang sa sariling kapakanan, kundi sa buong sambayan ng Pilipino sa personal na misyong tulungan ang bawat pamilya sa programa ng partner company na USANA, ako po ay magsisilbing tulay upang mabigay ang kahulugan at lalo pang madiinan sa pamamagitan ng pagsusulong ng health literacy. Gamit ang vision ni Dr. Byron Wentz, I dream of a world free from pain and suffering. That's our goal for everyone, to be free from pain and suffering. So, let us begin. I'm sure ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin, makaka-relate po kayong lahat. Would you agree? Pag sinabi nating high blood or hypertension, familiar tayong lahat dito kasi one way or another, it runs in our family. Now, this is a master of disguise. Actually, mapagpanggap, magaling, magbalat kayo. And in many cases, itong sakit na ito ay walang ipinapakitang sintomas. Maaaring sa pakiramdam mo ngayon, maayos ang lahat, energized ka, healthy ka, but inside your body, your heart is struggling and your arteries, yung mga ugat po natin, unti-unti nang nasisira sa sobrang pressure. Okay? And I'd like to take note of this. Usually, yung ang uncontrolled po na blood pressure, alright, yun yung nagpuput ng extra strain sa ating mga ugat. Okay? And allow me to just look at this slide. Okay, so once again, ang usually po yung uncontrolled na high blood pressure, yun yung nagpuput extra strain sa ating mga ugat. Gusto mo ba na mapasama ka sa 1 out of 3 na may high blood? Siyempre, ayaw natin nun, tama ba? So it all starts in us being aware. So, saan po tayo magsisimula? Okay? First, you have to know your numbers. And I'd like you to look at this slide. Okay? This one, no? Right? Bear with me. There, no? According to this slide, okay, you have to know your numbers. Okay? It says here 1 in 3 adults worldwide have hypertension. And I don't know with you when was the last time you had your heart check or blood pressure check. Okay, kasi say for example, if you were able to check 2 years ago or a year ago, maybe it's time again that we checked it for the purpose of knowing exactly how it is right now. But to tell you honestly, for me, my blood pressure is very normal. But that doesn't mean it's going to be normal for the rest of my life. Okay, mamaya may tanong po ako. Meron akong konting trivia. Siguro para ma-assess natin yung sarili natin. Pero meanwhile, I'd like you to look at these numbers. Okay? Ang normal po na blood pressure is below 120 over 80. Ang 120 po, ito po yung systolic o yung tinatawag na, yung nakita nyo upper number na represented ng yellow line. And the lower number is the one in the blue color. Ito naman po yung diastolic. Ngayon, over time, because of our lifestyle, definitely, tumataas po ito. Yung iba, eventually, nagiging 120 to 129. Okay? Even though it's still 80, feeling natin, very normal. Tama? Pero ang totoo doon, nasa borderline na tayo. Once it reaches 130 to 139, ang tawag po dyan, hypertensive stage 1 ka na. Pero ito, even more, pag umangat ng 140, especially yung systolic, ang systolic is actually yung pressure ng ating dugo sa ugat. And ito yung pressure na nakikreate because it beats. Yung heart natin nagbi-beat. Okay? Yung lower number naman, it's represented when our heart o yung puso natin nagre-rest o nagpapahinga. Okay? So ito yun, hypertensive crisis. I just want to highlight this. If, say, for example, right now, nasa hypertensive stage 1 and 2 ka na, you have to have your monitoring. Okay? And if it reaches 180, especially yung systolic natin, you have to seek a doctor because this is a medical emergency. Okay? And siguro, to give you more of this, I'd like to ask this question to you. True or false? Ito, no? This is a statement. Bata pa ako, hindi ko pa kailangan mag-alala sa hypertension. What's your answer to this? Okay lang ba ilagay natin sa ating chat box? What does it mean? Alright, no? So that doesn't mean na ikaw ay bata pa. Actually, ang sagot dito is false. Kasi maraming kabataan ngayon ang stroke victims dahil sa lifestyle. Tama? Puyat, stress, fast food. May iba nagvi-vape pa. Sa totoo lang, ine-expect natin na pag matanda na tayo, dun lang tayo magkakaroon ng high blood. Pero ang totoo niyan, pag dumating na yon, usually in denial pa tayo. Agree? So the truth is, hypertension, hindi lang siya sa mga matatanda. Okay? Ang pag-take ng supplements, gaya po ng USANA, where this webinar is partnered with, ay isang investment, no? Para hindi ka maging under maintenance or mag-maintenance pag dumating ka sa age na 40. Okay? I remember, just a short story, yung nanay ko po, yung mother ko, her BP when she was younger, around 50 years old below, ayan, laging mababa. No? 110, 100, over 70, over 60. Pero, once she reached her menopausal age, and now that she's senior stage, alam nyo, yung kanyang blood pressure sobrang taas. And I know, pag mataas ang kanyang blood pressure, yung mata niya po namumula. Pumuputok po yung mga ugat na maliliit sa kanyang mga mata. Buti na nga lang kamo, may senyales. Pero sabi kanina, itong sakit na to walang senyales, 'di ba? And that is true. For my husband, whose name is John, feeling niya at the age of 50, okay lang siya. Pero over time, yung puyat may factor. That's why, alam niyo, bumili kami ng smartwatch. Di ba uso ngayon yung mga smartwatch meron ng blood pressure detection? Alam niyo po, ito yung nangyari. Dahil kailangan mong i-set up para makalibrate yung watch na yon, yung relo. Okay, it turned out, I found out na in comparison sa normal na pang-take ng blood pressure, napakataas ng blood pressure niya. Umabot po ng 160. And I was asking him kung may nararamdaman siya and he said, wala. And going back to the category we have had previously, he's already in stage 2. Pag tumaas pa ng 180 coming from 160, that's already considered critical. And that's why after that, we immediately consulted the doctor. And we have to take exactly or do what the doctor is prescribing. Okay? So, I'd like you to take note of this. Okay? Ang ating ugat po ay parang hose ng tubig. Okay? Familiar po ba kayo sa hose ng tubig? Okay, ayan. I'm sure nakita niyo yung ating slide, ano? Okay? Ang hose ng tubig, usually, ganyan yung ating blood. Okay, yung tubig, yung blood, yung mismong hose, yun yung ating ugat. Ngayon, pag sobrang taas ng pressure, alam niyo po ba na nagiging stiff, marupok at madaling pumutok ang ugat? Ito yung resulta, no? Nasa-stroke, na heart attack, kung may naririnig kayo nagkakaroon ng kidney failure, yung iba nabubulag dahil yung mga malilit na ugat nila eventually pumuputok. And I'm sure one way or another, ayaw natin to. So ano yung gagawin natin? Okay, that's why I believe home monitoring is very important. Now, are you going to wait until the time na, alam niyo yun, sinabi pa ng doktor niyo na mag-monitor kayo? Of course not. The answer there is not. As early as now, if you're at the age of 35 and above, even though wala kang nararamdaman, I would encourage you to take your BP even at home para maiwasan po natin, no, itong tinatawag natin na high blood. Now, another question is this. Okay? Ang high blood pressure po ba ay namamana? Kaya wala akong, or rather this statement, ang high blood ay namamana, kaya wala akong magagawa. Do you think this statement is true or false? Pag sinabi sa inyo, high blood ang tatay ko, kaya sigurado magiging high blood din ako. Do you think this statement is true or false? Alright, no? Maraming sasabi, false. Thank you so much. Actually, the truth is this statement is false. Ang genetics po natin ay parang baril, no? Ang tindi naman ang ating analogy rito, pero this is true. Ang genetics po natin, yung makeup ng katawan natin, ng cells natin, how we are as a person, parang siyang baril. Pero ang lifestyle natin, siya yung kumakalabit sa gatilyo. And kahit may history ang pamilya nyo, kung maayos ang nutrition mo, here's the good news. Kung maayos pong nutrition nyo at aktibo ka, maaaring maiwasan or madelay ang pagkakaroon nito. Okay? But let's take a look at what are the risk factors. I'm sure familiar kayo with this picture. Diet, lack of activity, stress, or smoking. Okay? If ever you're not doing anything that relates to this picture, then most likely i-exclude kita sa pwedeng magkaroon ng hypertension. But one way or another, if your life is sedentary, and you take a lot of fast food, tapos stress ka madalas, lalo pagkikita mo si Judith, okay? June na yung date ng ating Meralco bill or alam mo yun, ating tubig. And all of this creates stress. Especially as well as yung mga habit katulad ng smoking. Okay? So how do we prevent all of this? Okay, simple lang po ang formula. Can I give you tips? While this is a very general information, ang nasa slide po natin, first things first, bawasan po natin yung ating asin o sodium. Okay? Can I suggest an alternative? Gumamit po tayo ng kalamansi o suka. If you're familiar with Magic Sarap, bawasan din po natin yon. Grabe kasi, mabibetsin ka talaga, no? Kasama na rin po yung mga processed foods. Okay? We would suggest maximum 1 kutsarita lang kada araw. Okay? Even pag namalengke po kayo, piliin niyo po yung mga pagkain na may letter G. Gulay, grains, and good fats. Okay? Again, letter G. Yung gulay, yung grains, and good fats. Iwasan din po natin yung mga delata at instant noodles. Pero alam niyo sa Pilipinas parang normal lang yata yun, ano? Unless yun na yung pinaka-list. Okay, final, at wala ka talagang makain at gutom na gutom ka, then go for it. Pero kung halimbawa kayang iwasan, I would suggest iwasan po natin. Even more, exercise. We are not actually required to do a lot of exercise in a week. In fact, even 30 minutes lang. Okay? Or if, say, for example, you have a very busy lifestyle, 150 minutes in a week, that's actually okay. Okay? 30 minutes a day or pag sobrang busy talaga, 150 minutes in a week. So that's like, di ba? 30 minutes pa rin actually. Okay? Pero yun yung tingin ko ideal. In Japan, they are recommending this exercise kung saan in 30 minutes, okay, every 3 minutes, yung mabilis na lakad at mabagal na lakad. I-alternate mo lang yon para, alam mo yon, makatulong sa high blood pressure mo. This is a study, and then eventually, those who made that kind of lifestyle, 30 minutes, 3 minutes, salitan, okay, fast walk, and then slow walk, turned out, bumaba yung presyon nila. Okay? And also meditation. Give yourself a way to really meditate. Kasi when we are meditating, it's also giving your heart a break. Okay? Nare-relax talaga siya. Okay, did you know na pag, say for example, ito diet alone. Kung right now mataas ang blood pressure or kung may kakilala ka, alam mo ba na ang kada kilo ng iyong weight is equivalent to 1 millimeter mercury when it comes to your blood pressure. So if example, right now your blood pressure is around 140. And imagine, tinry mo mag-lose weight, katulad ng ating sharer in a while, si Sir Mikey. Nag-lose ka ng 10 kilos. Did you know that that's equivalent to losing 10 of that systolic blood pressure? So from 140, magiging 130 na lang. And that really works. Even yung pagkain natin, it can, lower down ng 5 to 6, in terms of blood pressure, yung ating numbers. Physical activity can lower it to 5 to 8. Pag, see, for example, you lowered your consumption ng alcohol, that's going to be at least 4 to 5. So malaking factor yung weight loss, no? Yung diet, even yung physical activity and alcohol when it comes to having a low blood pressure. So, are we learning so far? Okay. Now, another question, umiinom naman ako ng bawang. Umiinom, or rather, nagtitake ako, nagchuchu ako ng bawang. Umiinom ako ng apple cider, lemon water, kaya okay na yon. Okay, is this statement true or false? Can you help me over this and put it in our chat box? If you're taking apple cider, lemon water, okay na ba yon? Okay, mumunguya ako ng bawang. That's nice. All of you are answering with the, false. False answer. Here's the good news. Bagamat ang bawang at iba pang remedies po ay may kaunting benepisyo, hindi to sapat para ituring na gamot. May mga kakilala ako na pag sinasabi nila, mataas ang presyon nila, umiinom daw sila ng pineapple juice, pero sabi ko, bakit juice ang iniinom mo? Okay, sabi nila, pampababa raw to ng presyon. Sabi ko, bakit 3 baso? Diba? Okay, umaga, tanghali, gabi, nagpa-pineapple juice sila. Kaya lang, ang problema mo sa pineapple juice is yung asukal. Kasi artificial yan process na Hindi ka lang actually currently, sa state mo, high blood, ang magiging problema dyan, tataas pa yung sugar mo. Magiging diabetic ka. So, ibig sabihin, yung hypertension is really a complex na health state. Kailangan nito disiplina at balanse sa nutrients. So, speaking of nutrients, and because we are partnered with a company called Yosana, I'd like to speak to you quickly what the products are. Kasi meron talagang benefit pag say, for example, you are taking a product that is complete when it comes to vitamins, nutrients, minerals, and most importantly, antioxidants. Kasi minsan hindi sapat ang pagkain lang. Kailangan natin ng cellular support. So gagamit tayo ng tools gaya ng Cell Essentials, okay, para sa foundation ng cells mo and definitely cell renewal. Okay, but because what it does, it not only nourish, not only protects, but also renew your cells. Okay? What else? We also have proflavanol. It's a combination of grapeseed extract and vitamin C. And what it does, yung inyong ugat po ginagawa niyang elastic ulit. Flexible. Okay? And if you're familiar on the right side of the screen, coquinone, ito naman po yung spark plug para lumakas ang tibok ng puso. Kasi pag nagiging efficient ang tibok ng puso, bumababa yung blood pressure. Even more, Bio-Omega. Ito naman po para sa smooth na daloy ng dugo. Okay? Kasi it's a combination of EPA and DHA. And because it has, it has the fish oil, a source of omega-3, hence, yung ating daluyan ng dugo, okay, at the same time, yung cholesterol natin naiiwasan. Even more, we have the Magnical D on the right side. This one helps your heart relax. Okay, at the same time, maganda yung tulog. So, this and all, kailangan ko bang i-take? Say, for example, my answer to that, why not? Kung makakatulong to at hindi tayo mag-maintenance eventually. Okay? By the way, I have a good news for you because what we also do, we also have what you call webinars kung saan we can help you have these products for free. Okay? Gusto niyo po ba yun? Na libre yung product na ito? So, that's something that you can ask the person who invited you. But also, in one way or another, mga kapuso, hindi lang po puso dapat ang ating alagaan. Hypertension, madalas kasama nito overweight at high cholesterol. Kaya naman po, dito papasok yung tinatawag naming digestive health products. And ano-ano ito? Ito po, we have the Nutrimil. Ang Nutrimil po at Fiber G, itong dalawang to are diet partners. May or Shermaine, yan yung nakalagay na pangalan ko ngayon, pwede naman ako mag-take ng kahit anong product. Or say, for example, just eat healthy. But the problem is, with the food that we eat, the nutrients are no longer complete. In the same way, maraming pagkakataon, imbes na kumain tayo ng healthy, kumakain po tayo ng maalat. Okay? Mamantikang ulam. But this Nutrimil plus Fiber G, busog ka na, protektado pa yung blood sugar mo, and definitely nalilinis pa yung cholesterol mo. Kaya, on top of this, we also recommend probiotic. This one, What it does, nililinis niya yung tiyan nyo. Nangangahulugan po na malinis ang daloy din ang dugo nyo. Kapag masaya ang gut mo, ang good news, mas relax ang puso mo. Alright? Kaya this and all, I would recommend going back to the list, talk to the person who made you see this webinar, and hopefully, matulungan ka niya. Okay? And our last two statements before we hear our sharer, I want to ask you, how about this statement? Bawal uminom ng gamot sa high blood kasi nakakasira ng kidney. True or false? Ito medyo mahirap-hirap to. So I'd like to see your answer here. All right, Irene said false, Mau false, Melody false, Rosemary false, Marishina said false. Ayan, Stella said false, Ellen Tan false. Parang delayed yung inyong answer, no? Kasi talagang, alam niyo yun, ina-analyze natin. Well, here's the thing. Alam natin na may side effect ang gamot. Okay, temporarily, kung mataas ang inyong blood pressure, you have to take the medicine. Pero our goal, mapababa yung blood pressure. And you will not take forever yung maintenance. Kasi the maintenance, again, it's synthetic. And syempre, anything synthetic will damage our organs o yung katawan natin as a whole. Okay? Pero going back to this statement, bawal uminom ng gamot sa high blood kasi nakakasira ng kidney, ang sagot dito ay false. Okay? Ang controlled po, uncontrolled na high blood pressure ang pangunahing sumisira ng kidney. Ang maintenance medicine ay naroon or ginagamit natin para protektahan ang kidneys mo. Saan? Mula sa sobrang pressure. Okay? Kasi pag mataas ang ating blood pressure, tandaan po natin, ang kidneys natin, meron din siyang ugat, meron siyang blood vessels, so pati po doon, talagang nagkakaroon ng pressure yung mga ugat, yung arteries, therefore, mas tumataas ang presyon. So, in order na mapababa or hindi masira yung ating kidneys, kailangan natin mag-take ng gamot until such time na naging normal ang ating blood pressure. Once again, ang USANA supplements po kaya ng Cell Essentials, Biomega, at lahat ng nakita nyo po ay pharma grade. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin mo ng pharma grade? Okay? Ang pharma grade po is calibrated. Ibig sabihin kung ano nakita nyo sa label, yun ang nakukuha ng katawan nyo. So you are assured, apart from the product that the medicine, if you are taking USANA, eventually, we're looking forward kung ano yung mga maintenance natin, hindi na natin siya forever iti-take. Is that something clear? I hope it's clear for you and me. Kaya naman po, ang USANA is safe at nakakatulong overall for your body and your health. Okay, finally, this is my last question for tonight. Okay, itong statement na to, kapag normal ang BP ko or normal na ang BP ko, pwede ko nang itigil ang gamot. True or false? Wow, may mga true na nasagot. Ayan. Okay, parang dito medyo na-confuse kayo ng konti. Alright, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, and once again, the answer here is false. Yan. Bakit? Akala ko baka kasabi mo lang pwede na itigil. Ito po ang sagot dyan. Kapag itinigil niyo po ng biglaan, pwedeng mag-rebound hypertension, kung saan biglang tataas po yung presyon nyo. Okay? I'm saying on your own. You saw na bumaba na after monitoring, after a week of taking your medication, nakita niyo bumaba. And nakita nyo, pwede ko na itigil to. But here's the thing, we don't want rebound hypertension, kung saan biglang tataas ang presyon mo ng mas mataas pa kaysa sa dati. Ito yung madalas kasi nasanhi ng stroke yung tinitigil on our own. Kung ako po ang tatanungin, ang good news, meron po tayong heart health cheat sheet. Ulitin ko lang po, heart health cheat sheet. Okay? Itong heart health cheat sheet, ibibigay ko po ito sa taong nagpakita sa inyo ng webinar na to. In the same way, if I am the person na pinanggalingan po ng link na ito, let me know para mas maintindihan mo yung sagot dito. Pero given that, hindi po tayo nakikipagkompetensya sa gamot ng doktor. Tayo po ay nakikikollaborate para sa pinakamagandang resulta para sa inyong kalusugan. Huwag lang itanong, lalo na po pagkausap niyo yung doktor, huwag niyo lang pong itanong kung pwede kayong mag-vitamins. Mas maganda po kung ganito yung approach natin. I'll teach you how. Kasi some doctors, hindi sila ganun ka-open sa pag-take ng nutritionals while on medication. Okay? Like for example, our sharer in a while, he was stopped actually by his doctor to take Essentials. Now, malalaman nyo kung anong ginawa niya. Then again, ito po yung pinakatanong. Doc, gusto ko po sanang uminom ng high quality supplements. Huwag yung kalimutan yung high quality supplements. Gaya po ng fish oil and CoQ10, called by Omega and Coquinone para masuportahan po yung heart health ko habang naka-maintenance ako. Okay? In short, i-inform po natin sila. Okay? And again, hindi niyo po pwedeng itigil ng gamot basta-basta until the doctor tells you so. Otherwise, pwede tayong maka-experience ng rebound hypertension or bigla ang pagtaas ulit ng ating presyon na mas mataas pa compared dun sa dati. Then, finally, I would like to recommend you, samahan po natin ng diet, pagbaba ng timbang. May mga wellness coaches po tayo kung saan libre po ang ibinibigay naming serbisyo para maturuan po namin kayo na effective caloric deficit plan. Okay? Anong meron doon? Binabalance po natin yung caloric intake natin at pwedeng bumaba yung ating timbang. And pag bumaba ang ating timbang, malaking tulong po yon para maging effective na hindi tataas ang presyon nyo in the future, now and until the future. And hopefully, this and all, lalo na po yung doktor nyo, magulat sila sa resulta mo and yung gamot mo eventually tatanggalin nila. Okay? Is that a good news? And before we end, as promised, we have a sharer today. And I'd like you to hear him because he used to be high blood. Pero now, his BP, magugulat din kayo. I-reserve ko yan para sa kanya to share. So ginulat niya yung doctor niya and now he is maintenance free. So without further ado, let us all listen and give our warmest welcome to Mikey Ko. Go ahead, Mikey. Sir Mikey.
Naririnig ba ako na lahat?
All right.
Hello?
So, you are now live and
Press 1 nga ako, naririnig ako na lahat. Mukhang hindi ako narinig. Walang press 1. Ayun, may press 1 na. Alright. So, yan. So, my name is Mikey Ko, an IT professional, 50 years of age, single. So, previously, I play basketball, volleyball, and play table tennis. So, nag-gym din ako. But year 2021, so pandemic na yan. So after my COVID vaccine injection, Moderna, nagkaroon kami ng um, annual physical examinations office. So upon checking, my BP that time is 165/95. So ang sabi ng ng doktor, wag muna daw ako pumasok and magpa-check up muna daw ako. So, ayun ang ginawa ko, tigas. So, ang doktor, so sinabi ko yung kung ano yung ginagawa ko sa daily life ko. So, sabi ko, umiinom ako ng Usana, Essential. Sabi niya, ayokong gumamit ka niyan. So, that time, may 100 points akong binili. So, parang kalahati pa lang yung naiinom ko sa Essentials. So, meron pa akong 2 Propsy, tsaka 2 set pa ng ng Essentials, and meron pa akong Biomega. So, ngayon, sabi niya, pagka ginamit mo pa yan, wag ko na daw siya maging doktor. So, sabi ko, ang that time, iniisip ko, baka talaga gusto niya akong gumaling. So, may mga ganun ako, sige, pagbigyan ko na. So, yung mga essential product ko, hindi ko siya pinagbenta. Kumbaga, kala ko magagamit yung pala, hindi na. So, that time, nag ano na lang ako sa hypertensive medicine. So, anong nangyari, so, ah, 2 weeks pa lang, low blood na ako 90/60, 80/60, gano'n na yung nangyayari, nahihilo na ako. Nagrereklamo ako sa doktor, tapos sasabi niya ng doktor, itigil ko daw yung supplements ko lang. Yung ano, yung hypertensive medicine ko. Ang hypertensive medicine ko ay Micardis. So, kung sino yung naka-Micardis diyan, so press 1. So, kung wala, so that time, so yung sabi ko, "Dok, hindi ako hiyang dito." Sabi ko, "Lagi akong sumasakit ang ulo, tapos yung pagtulog ko naapektuhan na." Kasi dati pagka natulog ako, so hindi ako umiihi sa gabi. So, ang nangyayari sa'kin, diretso na kaagad ako, gigising na ako 5 AM, 6 AM, dire-diretso yun. Pero yung Micardis ako, gumigising ako ng 2 AM. Kung natulog ako ng 11, gigising ako ng 2. Pagka yung kapitbahay namin naligo ng madaling araw 3, gising din ako ng 3. Para lumakas yung pandinig ko dun, Micardis ako. And parang lagi akong pagod that time. Kasi sabi ko, hindi eto yung ano hindi hindi ko hiyang 'tong ganitong, medication. So nag-complain ako sa doktor, nag-try kami ng ibang mga gamot, hindi rin siya nag-work. Bumabalik din ako sa Micardis. Sa Micardis kasi, ang BP ko lagi 110, over 70. So yun. So that time, iisa pa lang ang pang-BP ko, ah, yun. Tapos year 2023, parang anong nangyari sa 1 year namin na pag-aano sa doktor, nag-consult ako ng ibang cardiologist pa, mga 5. Gano'n din ang advice, i-retain ko yung hypertensive medicine ko as maintenance na. So sabi ko, wala na akong nagawa. Sabi ko, since 50 years old na ako, ah, i-take ko na kasi yung mother ko, yung lolo ko, yung lola ko, ako pa yung bumibili ng gamot. At same na rin kami ng gamot na tinitake. Merong lumabas ang cholesterol, triglyceride mataas, lahat mataas sa Medical City. As lahat mataas sa results. Yung ano, blood chem results, blood, yung ano, sa dugo, matataas lahat. So, wala na akong nagawa kundi in-accept ko na. Sabi ko, baka ganito na talaga pagka tumatanda na. So, nagpahinga na, from that time, year 2021, year 2023, na-aksidente ako sa motor. So, ang nangyari, so fracture yung aking knee, merong problem sa foot, hindi ko siya ma-fold, hindi ko siya maikot yung foot, yung ano ko knee, may problema, pagka-fracture niya, hindi ako makalakad. So, 2 years ako hindi nakalakad. So, since minsan kailangan ako sa office, pumapasok ako kahit masakit ang tuhod, masakit ang shoulder, kasama shoulder, yung spine ko meron ding tama, meron ding problem. So, madaling salita, lagi ako naka-work from home. So, naging depressed ako. So, stress, palagi stress. And talagang hindi ako healthy living no kasi ang nangyayari since hindi ako makalakad, puro order ng food. So, kung ano-ano ino-order ko na food. So ang nangyari, hindi na ako healthy living. So, ano yung nangyari? So, that time, I was taking medicine, pero yung energy level ko, papasok ako work ng 10 AM, 3 PM, gusto ko na mag-sign out. Ayoko na mag-work. Pero talaga tinutuloy ko pa hanggang 7 PM kasi hindi babayaran 8 hours ko eh. So, ganun na nangyari. To make the long story short, sabi ko, so, hindi na healthy living at ang nangyari that time, yung nag-hypertensive medication na ako, hindi siya, yung bowel movement ko hindi na regular. So, ang ano ko pa, yung sleeping ko, hindi na rin nagigising ako sa madaling araw at iihi. So, ganun nangyari ko. Ganun ang life ko before. Since tinanggap ko na, wala na akong magawa. Until such time na ultrasound ng foot, iniintay ko yung result. Sabi ko, makapagpa-check up kaya sa cardio. So, nagpa-check up ako sa cardio ulit. Ang BP ko that time is galing ako sa PT kasi physical therapy ako that time. Ang BP ko 110/70. So, yung una kong, yung nagpatigil sa akin ah, ng Usanas supplements, ang BP ko doon ay 120/80. Yung isang doktor ko na siya yung stress test tsaka sa 24 hours BP monitoring, ang BP ko 145/95. So sabi ko parang mali eh. So hindi naman ako sa medical eh, sa IT nga ako eh. So tinatanong ko yung doktor, ba't ganun ang BP ko? Kasi sabi ko, Dok, baka meron kayong manual. Wala daw. Wala daw silang manual BP. So, at that time, sabi niya, kung gusto mo, magpa-stress test ka ulit. Tapos, magpa 24 hours BP ka ulit para malaman natin kung anong kondisyon ng sarili mo, parang ganun. Pero, so wala akong, since authority yung doktor, sinunod ko na lang kahit sabi ko, may mali dito eh. So, sa IT, nag-research and found out na meron silang mali doon sa ginagawa nila. Yung kanilang digital blood pressure, hindi siya naka-level sa heart. So sabi ko, at that time, ako naman, nag-BBP ako, naka-level sa heart ko eh. Sabi ko, ganito gagawin ko. At yung doktor ko, yung uric acid level ko, simula ng 2024, ng October, November, hanggang February, hindi siya bumababa. So that time, ang weight ko is 165 pounds. So, ilang beses na niya tinaasan yung aking medicine sa uric acid. Sabi ko, lagi tumataas yung ko from 20, 40, 80, 120. Pumalag na ako, sabi ko. So, sa sarili ko, sa evaluation ko, hindi siya magaling na doktor. Kasi hindi niya ako mapagaling sa eh. Sabi ko, Doc, ihanap mo na lang ako ng other doctor, baka makuha sa pagpapagaling. Pero ang gagawin ko, magpapapayat na lang ako. Yung pagpapapayat, knowledgeable ako diyan kasi twice ko na siya nagawa. So, this time, alam ko na yung gagawin. So, from 165, pinababa ko yung weight ko ng 115 pounds. So, that time, in 1.5 months lang ko ginawa siya. So, merong kumbaga, actually, may proof ako niyan. So, sabihin ko na lang later on. So, anong nangyari, so, yun. Tapos, after 1.5 month, nagpa-BP ulit ako. So, ang results ng lab ko lahat, wala na akong cholesterol, triglyceride normal, at iba pang test. Uric acid, lalo lang yung uric acid. Kasi, that time, masabi ng doktor sa akin, dahil daw sa weight ko, kaya masakit ang paa. Sabi ko, Dok, kasi ako, sarili ko, araw-araw ko kasama eh. Ikaw, kung hindi pa ako magpunta, hindi mo ako i-check up eh. So sabi ko, yung sarili ko na lagi kong inoobserbahan ko, nagmo-monitor ako, so yun ang susundin ko. So that time, so yung binisita ko yung doktor sa sa ortho surgeon yung doktor ko. Sabi niya, parang yung ngiti niya, parang hindi siya naniniwala sa akin kaya kong magpapayat. After 1.5 months, ang ginawa ko, maaga ako nagpunta sa ano sa sa hospital. Maaga ako nagpakuha ng blood chem. Tapos wala pang result. Maaga rin yung doktor ko dumating. So nauna yung consultation bago yung result. Sabi ko, "Doc, ano, yung 1 PM pa ang release nung ano, blood chem results." Parang tatawa-tawa pa siya. Pero sabi ko, "Lord, tulungan mo akong ano, bumaba 'to kasi ginawa ko naman yung magagawa ko para bumaba yung ano, yung mga blood chem ko, lahat ng results. Tulungan mo ako mag-work." So, pag basa ko ng result, lahat normal. Ta's binigay ko yung results ko sa doktor. Ang doktor, ang tingin sa'kin mula ulo hanggang paa, hindi siya makaano, sabi parang, "Ano nangyari dito?" Tinatanong sa'kin ng doktor kung ano daw ginawa ko. "Doc, sige, sabi ko, sasabihin ko ba?" "Sige Doc, balitaan na lang kita." So, hindi ko na siya sinabi sa kanya kung ano ginawa ko. Sabi ko, "Balitaan na lang kita pagka nakausap ko na yung recommended mong doktor." So, that time, so yun yung nangyari. So, ang ginawa ko bago mag-ano, nag-take ako ng supplements. So, yung 1 month and a half na nag-take ako yung ng supplements, binalik ko na. Nag-test muna ako ng 1 week, sabi ko, yung BP, pang-BP. Bumili ako ng digital na Omron na tigda 9.5.
Hmm.
Tapos yung manual na yung lead man
Naman
na brand.
uh,
Oo, yung mamahalin. Sabi ko, sarili ko naman 'to, eh, ba't ko titipirin? So nag-manual ako, so same BP 1 ano, at binalikan ko yung doktor na nagsasabi sa'kin ng 145/95. Pagdating ko doon 145/95 pa rin. So ang ginawa ko, dala-dala ko yung tigti 3.5 kong Omron, tigna 9.5 kong Omron na digital, nakalagay sa cellphone na rin yung results, and yung pang ano ko, manual. Binuksan ko yung zipper ng gym bag ko, sabi ko, "Doc, hindi po ako agree dun sa ano niyo, sa ano, sa pang-BP niyo. Puwede niyo bang gamitin yung pang-BP ko? Mamili na lang kayo dito sa ano, kung anong gagamitin niyo." Nagtaka yung doktor, ang laking question mark sabi niya, ang tanong niya, alam niya na dalawa yung doktor ko, cardiologist ko. Sabi niya, "Ano sabi sa'yo ni ano, ni doktor ganito, Doktor Juan?" Sabi niya, "Itigil ko na daw yung pagme-maintenance." Ah, sabi niya, ang inaano pa niya yung result ng ano, ang nakalagay dito sa ano mo, sa result ng stress test, kasi may result ng stress test. Okey yung ano, stress test mo, pasado. Yung ano, yung may concern lang ako dito sa 24 hours BP monitoring mo, may 155. Sabi ko, "Doc, anong oras 'yan?" "Baka between 2:30 to 3 PM 'yan." Kasi naglakad ako, malayo, 15 minutes ako naglakad sa initan. So, alam kong mag-aano ko diyan. Sabi ko, "Tingnan mo yung morning ko and evening." Wala
Sir
na siya magawa.
Mikey. Ayan, wala
Oo.
na siyang magawa yung doctor mo, no?
Mm.
And because of that, can we just share to everyone, kayo po ba yung may maintenance pa ngayon?
Wala na.
Wala
Wala
na
na,
po,
mentor.
praise God. God is
Oo.
good. And I believe, no, because of that story, thank you so much. We have really learned tonight from you. Isn't it true that you've shared that you're going to travel because you're no longer fearful na masustroke
Yeah.
ka or what?
Oo.
You're going
Before
to...
kasi, yung tigti 3.5 pagka nagta-travel ako sa Boracay, dinadala ko pa. Pero ngayon, bumili na ako ng smartwatch. So, may pang-BP na rin 'to. So, ngayon ang ginagawa ko, magta-travel ako, ah, 'pag ano ako, mag-cruise this coming March. So,
Mm,
praise God kasi hindi ko na-enjoy yung from 2023 to 2025. So, in 2026 ko i-enjoy ko naman.
all right.
So,
All
ayun
right,
po.
there you go. Maraming salamat, Sir Mikey. We appreciate your sharing. And once again,
Yes.
if you have questions personal to him, you can message Sir Mikey. You can find him in his account, no, his account in Facebook. And at the same time, you can have the wellness coaches once again. Okay lang ba palakpakan muna natin through our virtual reaction si Sir Mikey? Ayan. Thank you so much. Alam ko kinakabahan si Sir Mikey, but he really did his best to share tonight as much as he can. And I hope you really learned a lot. Again, we have wellness coaches, and please speak to the person who invited you for this webinar. We have a heart health cheat sheet that I will be providing, given, say, for example, you're willing to take the journey, not just the maintenance, no, if you're having one or you wanted to prevent the maintenance later on, let us know kasi we're willing to help you. Hopefully, no, you can be able to take these products for free. Gusto niyo po ba yun? Ayan, yan yung goal ko, kaya ako sinimulan ang company na to 16 years ago for me and my family to enjoy the best of our health. And thank you, ayan, to our partnered company, USANA. And once again, I challenge each one of you, don't leave this room and go back to the same habits. I really, really, encourage you to choose USANA, put that salt shaker away, and maybe not take the stairs instead of the elevator. Ito yung mga small wins na pwede niyong gawin simula ngayong taon. And remember, health is your greatest wealth. And a healthy heart is the engine na mag-aalaw sa inyo na maging healthy and to really enjoy your family, your work, and your future. God bless everybody. Once again, this is May Bae. See you next Thursday for our Wellness Corner. Good night! Pag may question po kayo, drop nyo lang po sa ating chat box, and we are willing to respond to you as our time closes. Hindi natin nasaray ang ating Zoom hanggang hindi namin nasasagot sa chat box. Alright? Thank you so much once again.
Giving all of us the nutritional tools we need to take charge of our health. Then he moved on to treatment through Sonaviv, providing people with a place where they can go to get the finest in alternative medicine, functional medicine, nutritional medicine, to address specific health issues that they had and take their health to the next stage.
Dr. Wentz's vision for health has continued beyond the lab, empowering communities worldwide to live healthier, more fulfilling lives. From funding medical research and education programs to supporting underprivileged communities with medical facilities and essential health resources, reflecting his unyielding vision of creating a world free from pain and suffering.
I've had the opportunity to travel the world with Dr. Wentz. And in the early days with the Children's Hunger Fund, I remember being in the Ukraine, and we were in Romania and walking into an orphanage, and the kids didn't have proper beds. And before we left, Dr. Wentz was making arrangements to have new beds. Walking with him in Africa, seeing villages and malnutrition is just rampant, and watching him out of his own pocket build a hospital. I've seen literally with my own eyes the effect of his desire to help humanity, and nobody really knows the extent of where he has made an influence in the world, and it's all for his desire to make an impact, and he cares about people.
Dr. Myron Wentz's journey is a testament to what can be achieved when passion meets purpose. His relentless pursuit of scientific excellence, uncompromising dedication to health, and passion for improving lives have shaped USANA into what it is today. As we look to the future, these principles remain the foundation of our mission. Every product we create, every breakthrough we achieve, and every life we touch carries forward the legacy Dr. Wentz instilled. His vision is not just part of our history, it's the blueprint for our future. We believe the best is yet to come.
I love the quote from Albert Einstein. It says, most people believe it takes intellect to be a great scientist. Einstein said, I beg to differ, it takes character. And his character is what drives me and drives our entire team. That's the foundation of who we are and the decisions we make. When you look at the values of our company of integrity, of community, of health, when you look at all of these elements, they're all part of how Dr. Wentz has modeled and lived his life.
You know, I think the consistency of his vision from Gull Laboratories through USANA and now through Sonaviv provides not only a rock-solid foundation, but a springboard that will launch that vision decades into the future.
I believe the role that I was given in this life will not and should not end when my life ends. That the mission must be carried on. And I thank the USANA family for allowing that to happen.
Thank you once again, Sir Mikey, to our full team, and to all our attendees tonight. We're going to end the meeting now. Should you have questions, once again, you can contact the person who invited you. God bless.